What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So before I get into this video, I want to speak on two things. The first thing is the baby and the recent drama dealing with him and his second baby mother, Danny Lay. Now, I can only go by what I've seen in his live. I know of the baby and I've listened to some of his songs and stuff like that. But I only know the entertainer. I don't know, like, I haven't seen him in, his behavior outside of the music. So I can't really speak on the fact that, maybe he's a narcissist. And I can't just throw that out there on people based on, one situation. And then on top of that, I don't really pay attention to him as much as I have, like, other celebrities that are narcissists. So I can't really speak on him in that way. But it is sad to see that their situation or relationship, that it came to social media in that way, in a very toxic way, especially dealing with a 3-month-old baby. You know, you always want to see people able to co-parent in peace. And the way that things are going with them, I just hate to see that it happened, that it came to that, with them going on live and speaking on their personal issues with each other. I hated the way that he was talking to her. Like, I don't know. But I can't say, well, he's a narcissist because of that alone. So that's why I really couldn't speak on it too much about him and her. I don't know too much about him like that when it comes to, just his character, outside of being an entertainer. I just know the baby, the entertainer. And I ain't gonna lie, I like the baby. I listen to some of the baby music and stuff like that. I'm a beat type person, so I'm into baby's music. But as far as his personal relationship, I don't know too much about that, other than what was trending the other day. And that's the only reason why I really paid attention to it, because I try not to get into people's personal business like that. And that's something that I really don't even want to get into as far as making videos about it. But that's how I feel about that. The second thing I want to speak on is, first of all, I want to say rest in peace to young Dolph, who was shot and killed yesterday in his hometown of Memphis, Tennessee. Very sad and unfortunate and tragic that it came to that. Now, I like young Dolph. I met him one time at a concert. And I mean, from what I met, the few minutes that I was in his immediate, his presence, it's just like, it seemed cool. I mean, but I don't know him personally to say, he wasn't that type of person, so I'm not going to even speak on it in a judging way. All I know is, I like some of his music as well. And I know that there had been like a long beef between him and Yo Gotti and Black Youngster. So I don't know. I just hate when things just be like that. Period. I just hate when it's like beef amongst anybody, let alone celebrities, let alone, in the music industry. I just hate that. How about just do y'all thing and get money? But I don't know the history behind all of that, and I don't even really want to speak on it because I don't know everything about that. And I'm noticing how it's like, since this man's death, all you seeing is like old videos pop back up of him doing interviews, old videos of Yo Gotti and anybody who he has beef with in the past. Like, why y'all want to talk about that kind of stuff? Like, I don't know. It's like they just try to keep that type of negativity alive, and I'm not really into all that. That man had children, he had a family that he's left behind, and that goes for anybody, not just him. I hate to hear about that with anybody. I don't know. And then for it to happen in your own hometown, that just goes back to something that Lil Boosie said. Like, when you really get famous, when you really get up there, you just want to move out of your city because you know how strong the hate is for you. Now, I do want to do a separate video on that alone, dealing with young Dolph's death and, you know, the, you know, narcissistic hate and just the power that comes with it, and how it has such a stronghold on a person who it doesn't want to let go. You know, I do want to do a separate video on that, so y'all just give me time, give me one more day, you know, because I really want to talk about that thoroughly. So, but again, rest in peace to Young Dolph. But this video is about the narcissists and how they are really gonna try to hoover you during this time of the year, like super early during the holidays before Thanksgiving even get here. And they're doing this because, you know, they want to get you prepared for their arrival. And they call this the holiday hoovers. So don't be surprised if the narcissist pops back up, you know, bearing gifts or just trying to hold a simple conversation with you. Because trust me, you give them an inch, they're going to want to take a mile, for the simple fact that they don't want to let go. And especially around Thanksgiving and Christmas time, they're going to be thinking, well, they're not going to, you know, be cold-hearted and turn me away. And it's not that you're even being cold-hearted and turning them away. It's that you are setting boundaries. And they have a hard time respecting those boundaries. But they're going to call it something different that's going to make you seem like you're being a difficult person, hard to get along with, and you don't want to get along with them. That's what they fail to realize. You know, leave it up to them. They'll even make up a complete lie that you have agreed to, you know, put all those things behind in the past and start over fresh. And you've never spoke a word of that in your life to them. But that is the rumor that they want to start. That's the lie they want to spread about you, so that they have that witness around during the time that you still give them the cold shoulder and turn them away during the hoover. But don't let up on them. Let them spread in the type of rumors they want to. You know, let people think what they want to think. It's whatever. At the end of the day, long as you're still able to hold on to your peace of mind, that's really all that matters. You know, forget about the false narratives that the narcissist is trying to put out there. Long as you know the truth, that's all that matters. You know, so look out for those super early holiday hoovers, because it's coming. They're getting prepared now, you know, to try to come back around, to make their phone call to you, to text you, to email you, to reach out to you for any random thing, just to have an excuse to speak to you again, just to break that no contact rule, you know, because they don't respect it, but they're very strategic in the way they do things. They think that they're so clever to the point to where it's going to go clean over your head and you're not going to realize what they're trying to do, because, oh, it's the holidays and, you know, I don't want to end the year on these terms. You know, don't feel like you have to compromise with a narcissist. Don't feel like you owe them a second chance just to prove to yourself and others that you're just not this cold-hearted person they're trying to make you out to be. You don't have to prove that to nobody. As long as you know who you are and your heart and your spirit, that's all that matters. You know, so forget about all that other foolishness that they try to put out there. Let them do it. Let them have it. Let them run their show and be the star of it all by themselves. You know, and you can just sit back and watch it and, you know, or whatever. Or don't. But that's all I want to speak on in this video. But look out for that video that I want to speak on about young Dolph and like narcissistic hate. Because the way that he was killed in such a hateful way, it just goes to show, when you go back and look at the history of the rivalry he had with other people, it says a lot about why they weren't able to just let go. And don't always believe stuff that you read and stuff. Listen to him in his interviews. Go listen to his interviews. You know, and that's another thing. I was like, it's funny how when a person pass away, how they start to bring back up these old videos. And I know sometimes they do that in memory of them. You know, you want to remember them. But sometimes they do it just to bring back up the, like they trying to put out the wrong type of energy, negative energy. They want to keep it going. The internet is very sneaky. You know, they're not all for good all the time. You know, so if only things would have turned out in a more peaceful way between him and the people he was beefing with, but it didn't. But it just kind of goes to show that hate is so strong and how some people just have a hard time letting go. Because to me, so I feel like I'm already speaking on a video I want to do separately. To me, he had already started to make peace with it is what it is. And sometimes that's people's way of just letting go of the past and toxic situations. They may not even look at it as a narcissistic situation. They might just look at it as someone who they just, you know, are completely done with. And that person don't know how to let that go. You know. And another thing, I know this video all over the place, y'all, but I'm gonna shape it. I'm gonna be all the way back on, you know, one subject on tomorrow. So much been going on at work. I'm gonna have to talk to y'all about that too in another video. But just to give y'all a little bit of what's been going on with these narcissistic individuals and what I'm talking about with this hate and how strong it is and how they just don't let go. It's not just a regular hate to where they see you and don't see you. It's a hate to where they strive for revenge. They need to get revenge on you. They need to teach you a lesson. They have to punish you. You know, it's a must to them. It's in, you know, that's the only thing that it's in them to live that way. That's what keeps them surviving. You know, that's what keeps them on their toes. They have to operate that way. You know, or they just don't feel, you know, no need to even wake up in the morning if they don't have a plan to hurt someone else. But to kind of give y'all an idea of what I'm talking about. So someone who I spoke on them a little while back in the video about how they are at work. They have very narcissistic ways. They have very controlling ways. It's really two of them, these new people that's working with me. And they target you because they know they can't get a reaction out of you. So to make a long story short, one of them ran into my car deliberately. And they kind of give themselves away by hoovering me. But again, I'll have to talk to y'all about that in a separate video. And I'm going to post a picture of the damages that she did to my car. And you know how she think that she has hurt me. You didn't hurt me and you didn't hurt the car. This is a material thing. But I take care of everything I have. And y'all know the problems that I've had and issues that I've dealt with this car. And I've spoken on it. Like, people keep on hitting my car. But I take care of it. So I feel like by doing that, that's how God is blessing me. You know, to keep it on the road. Long as it gets me from A to B and it gets me back and forth to work, that's all that matters. You know, my car with the dent in it, it still looks better than theirs, and theirs is newer than mine. It just goes to show that these are some very, very unhappy people. Some very unhappy souls. And they don't know how to let go of that hate and that rage to the point to where they really, really try to get your attention by hurting you. And it's like, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it made me feel away, of course, because it's my car. And like, why are you messing with me? I don't bother you. I don't bother nobody. How is, you know, me being the person that I am not bothering you, bother you so much? Please make that make sense. You know, and it's just that strong sense of entitlement that they have. And they don't know how to accept the fact that I don't have to be your friend. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to deal with you. Let it go. And they don't know how to let it go. You know, and so they do things to really get a response out of you to make you respond either in a way that it shows that you're bothered or that you're going to give in. And I'm not going to show either one. She don't know that I know. I mean, I'm pretty sure she know that I know that she hit my car, because it's like, God is going to always show you what you need to see. And I get that. Like, that's just in me. This is like a gift. And sometimes that gift is like a curse, because it's just like they're right there in plain sight. And it can become overwhelming at times. It's a lot to have to deal with, but to know that they all operate the same way. This is just on a whole nother level of punishment, though, for you to damage someone's car, and then have the nerve to try to hoover them and bring in gifts and love bombing and just become this different person, all of a sudden you're just this different person that's treating me so nice, and you're bringing me things after you've done something to hurt me. It's just crazy how they operate. But anyway, that's the end of this video. I need to get inside because I got ice out here that is melting. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video.